ZOTAC Cup, €100 on the line. This is Rifkin, and I'm casting with Ord. And we have the Green Protoss player. His clan is GSU Gaming. It is Deca. Or Deca? I don't know how to pronounce that.
And his opponent in the upper left-hand corner, the other Protoss in this matchup, wearing the purple, it is Krolu. Krolu. Dang it, we discussed that.
Yeah, it's the Polish ew, man. But no, so like while we wait for this to get underway, a big thing we're going to have to keep an eye on is gas counts and when they're taken. It'll really depict what these players are going to go for. But the medieval time story, I have to say, this is... Okay, so fun fact for those who don't know, I'm half Japanese. So in certain lights, I look very Asian, but most of the time I just look like a big white guy. And we went to medieval times, and the big thing was my guild had this sort of meme of trolling me where it's like, oh, he's Asian, let's get this guy chopsticks. So we went to like Denny's and they got me chopsticks. I wasn't allowed to use my fork, stuff like that. And it's kind of this funny recurring joke for the course of the weekend. But okay, 13 guests, nothing too out of the ordinary. The funny thing was we went to medieval times then, right? And medieval times, for those who don't know, basically it's like literally medieval times. They give you like a pewter plate, a biscuit, some soup, whatever, and they give you like, you know, pewter utensils. Like it's all role playing. Like even the waitresses have to kind of role play. Like if you don't call them wenches, they don't respond to you, that sort of thing. And my friend's like, "Hey, can we get this guy some chopsticks over here?" And the waitress, not knowing really what to say, is like, "Sir, I don't think they had chopsticks back in medieval times." I'm like, and that's when I was like, "Hey, hold the phone. You're telling me they didn't have 2 sticks of wood back in medieval times?" Because, I mean, that's all chopsticks are. It's nothing fancy. It's not a fork that you have to smelt to make. It's 2 wooden sticks.
Yeah, isn't it old? Like, I'm pretty sure chopsticks are an older utensil than the fork and even the spoon, or even like the one stick for that matter. I don't even. I just kind of face bombed with our waitress. I got pictures with her after. She's a total cutie, but that's the end of that story. But on that note, turkey legs, fantastic. Chat, I agree with you. It's one of the most satisfying foods ever invented to eat. Just the huge... Yeah, I'm going to stop there because that's going to start. Yep.
Stargate coming out of Deca. Interesting choice. I haven't seen Phoenixes, much less Oracles, used in this matchup for a little bit. Phoenixes used to be very popular in this matchup because they can keep your opponent at home for so long. Like, if you want to contain your opponent, you don't do it with 7 Stalkers outside their base, you do it with 5 Phoenixes floating around the map. But Krolu, is that Gates 4? No, sorry, that's just Gates 3. My mistake. So 3 Stalker pressure looking to be the choice out of Krolu. Not too shabby. This can do a lot of damage.
It can, and it allows you to dictate...
Actually, this will do a massive amount of damage if there's no Void Ray that comes out. If it's a Phoenix first, or this might just be a build order loss.
Stalker sees that the Mama Core is the choice.
Oracle. Ugh. Oracles do a fair amount of damage versus Stalkers because they attack like a Void Ray very quickly, but Krulu seeing this, is just going to be sitting there like, ha 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 ha. Like, I would almost love for Krulu to throw down a 4th gate and just go super all in with this, because with the lack of what's going to be on the field. I mean, one gateway of production, 1 single Oracle. I mean, 3 Stalkers alone is going to be more than enough to deal ample damage to this. The Photon Overcharge will deter the push, but that's it. It will deter it. It will not shut it down.
It's actually falling up with a Stargate of his own now.
Actually, the Oracle might do enough damage at home to draw Krulu's attention. He's got no defense, and those probes will need to be pulled. But no Sentry here. Krulu will just push forward. Photon Overcharge does go down, and that covers most of the ramp.
Yeah, there are 3 Warpins available back home.
But he already snipes off one of these Stalkers. Very nicely done. And Krulu has got to be so careful. I mean, he sees that the Stargate came out, but what came out of it? Well, the answer is nothing, so the Oracle, or whatever came out, must be in his base. There it is. Now, Krulu can pull probes. They do outrun the damage of the Oracle, but will he lose? How many will he lose? There we go. It's just a matter of waiting until the energy goes down.
Already.
5 kills is nice, but you know what? It's not that big of a deal. I mean, it does put Krulu behind, but he does shut this down very nicely. And his aggression from home is turned away. I'm a little... not agreeing with that choice.
Well, I mean, it ended up getting 6 kills there just before it died, so the income rate is in Deca's favor actually by about 150, 200 solidly here, as there's a difference.
But the income's a little irrelevant right now because the production capability of Deca only just finished. He's only just now got 3 gates on the field. Both players with very similar builds, but Krolu already has a ton of units on the field. So even if Deca continually warps in, he's not going to have as many stalkers as Krolu has.
Yeah, there's a 7 differential on that right now. There's also a sentry on the field for Deca, which is good, but the Phoenix allow for that high ground advantage. Here we go, Krolu.
There's a sentry though this time, and a force field could be the end of it. No, actually going for the Guardian Shield instead. Not sure I agree with that choice, but the Mothership Core going to be taken out by these Phoenixes. Krolu with one of his own Phoenixes. But look at this, the Zealots doing tons of damage to these Stalkers Horde. And the liftoffs are actually being very effective.
And Deca all of a sudden with a 16 supply lead, and Krolu has to retreat.
And let's not forget, Krolu is still behind workers. His biggest advantage was just the fact that he had sheer numbers on the field. He's coming back for round 2 because he can't go home. There is no just straight cleanup to this. Oh, nice, and that force field might just be the game here. Mothership Core still standing. Phoenix is lifting up Stalkers in the back, and Krolu. GG.
GG.